Hello, hello, hello. All right. I have been looking at a computer screen for quite a while, which is why I'm still wearing the blue blockers, but I will take them off because they have that weird little reflection. You can kind of see the ring light in them and they're reflecting off the screen. So I'm going to take them off. I am so excited to talk to you today. In case you have no idea who I am, I just want to introduce myself. I'm Dr. G, and I am a night shift emergency physician, mom of three, and wife to an incredible, innovative entrepreneurial scientist. And I have a penchant for podcasting and entrepreneurship, and I love teaching other people about the same. I'm facing my fear every single day of public speaking, and this is one of the ways. So I thank you for listening to me because you are helping me to face my fear and become better at speaking in public. So thank you. So today, though, I wanted to talk with you about how to boost your confidence. So I have been doing a few of these in a series, and we've covered quite a bit of items that you can utilize to boost your confidence very quickly. And if you have not seen those previous videos, please feel free to go back to the wherever on the platform you're listening. So if you are watching, if you're on Facebook, just go back through my feed and you'll see these. If you're on LinkedIn, the same, and the same is true for YouTube. So please have a look at those. They will be quite helpful, I think. But of course, I'm a little partial. So let's just talk about this, right? So we have 3 tips today. So let's get to it. We've talked in the past about scary things for the win, and we've talked about choosing you. Now I want to talk about wearing your power. And so my fear of public speaking is something that manifests itself as a visceral response. So I have, sweaty palms and sweaty armpits and palpitations, and I have this ridiculous mental role play that happens that is not positive whatsoever. And this is what was happening to me every single time I'd get up to give some kind of speech in front of individuals. And it was not productive. And so, one of the ways in which I have worked on changing this and taking that fear and turning it into fuel instead of having it crippling me, having it fuel success and fuel my ability to give to an audience so that they in turn can give back to the next audience, because the feedback that's obtained from that particular audience is what is going to be utilized to make the changes and improvements for the next talk. So, hello, good evening, Kim Roundtree. Thank you for joining us on LinkedIn. Appreciate you. So, basically, when we are talking about wearing our power, we've talked about power poses. So we talked about what Cuddy talks about when she says, you need to have a power pose. You need to stand in front of the mirror before your talk, and you have your hands on your hip and your shoulder blades touching, and your chest is upright, and you are in a power pose. Now, you can wear your power. So, for example, for me, that means wearing something red. And so when I'm giving a talk, I wear something red. Often it is manifested in the form of a red pair of shoes, or it might be a red item like a red belt around my waist. But I wear my power because to me, my power color is red. And so you have to choose something that is going to be how you're going to wear your power. And you have that thing, and it really helps you. And yes, Kim, absolutely. Power poses are absolutely phenomenal, and they actually work. At first, I was a little doubtful when I first heard her TED Talk, but then I started doing it. And man, oh man, it really does make the difference. So, we can wear a power. So we can brace ourselves. We can actually prepare our bodies by doing those poses beforehand. And then we can actually wear an item that is going to manifest power for us and confidence. And that will help us. That will help us to perform at our highest level. And so the next thing that is important, the next tip, I should say, is company matters. And so, all those times when your mom used to say, be mindful of who you associate with, because whom you associate with makes a huge difference. And that is so true for your confidence and for your success, because if you are hanging out with people who are highly successful, guess what? You too will be highly successful. If you're hanging out with people who are not really wanting to do anything, have really no ambition for, doing anything, then guess what? You too will fall into that. And so if you have a group of people who are willing to help you in the sense of they're willing to cheer you on in what you're doing, they're willing to help to push you to do more, they're willing to really help you to grow, then that is who you need to be hanging out with. It's funny because I was listening to a coach of mine, and the coach, this is a coach for business, and he's pretty successful. He's a millionaire, and he always says this. He's like, you know what? I'm a millionaire, but who do I hang out with? Billionaires. Why? Because I want to know what their habits are. What are the things they're doing? Things that you would not expect. You have a perception sometimes of what people are going to be like, but then when you actually hang out with the people who are in maybe the positions that you are striving for, you then realize that there is something to this. Like, there is an art form to this. There are steps that are necessary. And the same thing is true for confidence. If you are looking to be a big stage speaker, or you're looking to be whatever it is, maybe you're just looking to be able to converse with clients, maybe you're looking to do some kind of informational videos or something, you want to hang out with people who are doing that and doing so successfully. Why? Because it's all about the company that you keep. So, and yes, Kim, it does help from the inside out. Absolutely. Absolutely. You know what? Thank you, Kim. Thank you for participating. This is fantastic. And then, so, you basically, your company is going to make a huge difference. You want to be amongst those who are going to be not only pushing you towards growth, you want them to be a set of individuals who are going to be about the thing that you're aiming for, right? So they're going to be striving for that thing. You also want them to be your cheerleaders. So cheerleaders, support team, and push coaches, I guess, or push friends. So this is what you want. Because what is that going to do? That's going to help everybody to elevate their game. Everybody's going to level up, and you're going to have massive, massive success as a consequence of that. And you will be even more confident. And thank you, LinkedIn user, because I guess, I don't know, your name's not popping up, but thank you for speaking the truth. And so you really want to make sure that your company matters. And then that last tip, third tip, is boundaries. You want to set boundaries. Now, I have set some boundaries lately, and the boundaries are quite firm. And the first boundary that I set is positive vibes only. And the funny thing about that is my family also knows that I set this boundary. So if a child of one of my children comes up and they are negative, I'm like, mommy's boundary, positive vibes only. That is all I want in my sphere. That's it. I just want positivity, because I am very careful of what goes in here and what my mindset is fed. So if you're coming with something negative, unless you have a problem accompanied by a solution, please don't come with it. Only positive vibes. So you set your boundaries for what you want so that you can have the confidence to do and be where and who you want to become. And the next thing is, this is particularly important, not only in daily life, but also with social media. Now, we are in a time when there is so much going on. We have a pandemic, we have all kinds of things happening, and there is a lot of fear. I want to say there's a lot of fear, and there's a lot of negativity associated with said fear. And so you really have to protect yourself. You have to protect your mind and your mindset. And one of the ways that you can do that is you can limit the amount of time that you're exposed to anything negative, and make 80% of the time, 90% of the time even, be when you're only getting positivity being fed through social media. So that may mean paring down those that you're connected to. Again, company matters. Paring down who you're connected to. So that is what showed up in your feed. Now, you can do this, and it can mean worlds of difference when it comes to getting on social media for whatever purpose you get on. Perhaps you get on just to kind of decompress and just hang out with friends, connect with friends. Perhaps you're getting on because you're looking to do business. And so if you're on LinkedIn, that may be the sole purpose of you coming on. And so really, you don't want to see anything negative, right? I mean, I know I don't. And it doesn't really serve you to have that. So paring down your network such that only positivity is entering into even your feed can make a huge difference as far as boundaries and as far as your confidence, because your confidence is firmly built on the foundation of this, your mindset. Yes, Dr. St. Victor, he says that is the truth. And you know this because you are the mindset king. So thank you. Thank you for that. And then LinkedIn user, thank you for the comment of cheerleading support team and pushing on. Absolutely. This is exactly what you want in the company that you're keeping in order to have maximum results and the fastest results with not only getting to your goal, but also having the confidence that's necessary in order to do so. So saying no to toxic people. And I know this can be difficult because some of them may be people who are close to you. Just put that boundary up and stick with it because it will make all the difference. So feeding yourself with just positivity on your newsfeed. So that means you may need to pare down your network. And then in real life, making sure that you're not exposing yourself to toxic people because they're not going to benefit your mindset, because you need to have positive vibes only. All right. So the 3 tips for building your confidence very quickly today are: wear your power. So whatever that item is, for me, it's something red: the red shoes, the red belt, the red attachment to my suit. Whatever that thing is for you, definitely go for it. And then the next one is the company that you keep matters greatly, because that is going to mold where you're going and how expeditiously you're going to get there and in what form. And then last but not least, boundaries. Setting those boundaries in your network, in your interactions, so that nothing but positivity is coming in and feeding this precious gem that you have right here, which is your mindset. So I hope that this was helpful to you. If it was, I appreciate you for definitely sharing it with a friend, because friends, what they do is share amazing content with other friends. If you're interested in finding out, I have a ton more of these tips. If you're interested in finding out more of these tips, I have a listing of a bunch of them with explanations. I'm happy to send that to you. Just hit me up in the messenger and I will be happy to send that over. Otherwise, I thank you for joining me. And if you're on YouTube, please, please, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button so that you don't miss any of the future broadcasts. And I think I just saw another comment pop up. And yes, there is another comment. Thank you, Andrea. Yes, I'm so glad that this was helpful to you. And I definitely hope that you're able to implement that immediately so that your confidence can grow and be absolutely astronomical and incredible. And then I see another comment coming in: wearing your power, company you keep, and boundaries. Thank you for the synopsis. That is absolutely right. Okay, well, I thank you again for your time and your attention. And I am Dr. G. And until next time, I hope that you will be brave, be strong, and unleash your greatness.